My name is Herb Franks. I've been a lawyer for 53 years. I started practicing in Rockford, where I became partner of a law firm. In 1972, I started my own law firm here. We're now, as a matter of fact, it's on our family farm where I was raised, milk cows. And we're now 9 lawyers, a general practice firm in a small community of 7,000. But although our office is on the farm, we do general practice. But to be blunt, our better income comes from personal injury and workers' comp. And we've been doing that for many years. Matter of fact, I was chairman of the Illinois State Bar Workers' Compensation Council for some time. When I started practicing law, people didn't advertise, not the so-called good lawyers. Eventually that became, the law allowed that. Cases were decided that said that lawyers could advertise. Even then, we weren't too interested in doing that. But then I started seeing people that I knew that I'd represented them in a real estate closing or some other issue. They were coming to court, workers' comp and the regular circuit court with injury cases. And I'd say, what the hell, why didn't you come to me? And they'd say, we didn't know you did that kind of thing. And I discovered that the marketing had drawn my own clients away to other lawyers. I decided that I wasn't going to let that happen. And so that's why we came to R.W. Lynch, and that's why we've stayed with them. We didn't select them, they came to us, and we got to know them, we used them, we weren't ready for them, and it was not profitable for us the first couple years, so we stopped for 3 years. We didn't respond quickly enough to the calls, and if they were crappy calls, we just sort of ignored them, but we decided that we better get to work on this and really dig into them as the calls came in. And we weren't going to leave it to chance. The calls were too valuable. We knew what you could do. We weren't ready for you. And so when you came back after a couple years, we said, okay, and let's go do it. We found that we got ourselves more ready to deal with R.W. Lynch and their type of referrals. And so we were able to maximize, or we think maximize, the benefits of using your service. So that's why we stayed with R.W. Lynch. We've been with you for many, many years, I think 18 or 20 years. And we have found it profitable. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. I remember a trucker moving out some stuff onto his, he was moving something within his cargo, and the cargo shifted on him and caused him immense injury. And everybody viewed it as a comp case. We looked at it as not only a comp case, but somebody else had caused that load to shift. So we found the fellow who had caused the injury, we thought, and sued them. And that's where we got one of our seven-figure cases. It's one that we created, one that came in as a comp case, one that we created, and it was a good comp case too, not arguing that. But what we're able to do is change it into a personal injury case against a third party, became quite lucrative. We've done that before in other cases. Just this last week, I had a lady come in on a fireman's widow, and we made that into a high six-figure case. We've had a number of six-figure recoveries, a couple seven-figure recoveries from cases that we got through R.W. Lynch. The best thing you do, I believe, is to make immediate response to the call. Try to get the call while your operator has it, but sometimes that's impossible. You don't let these calls sit, because lo and behold, they're focused on this issue. A half hour later, they have other issues, or they've called another attorney, because now we focused on the fact they need an attorney, or your ads did. So if we don't get back to them right away. So you have to get back, you have to listen to them, determine whether or not it's a case, and then do everything you can to get them in, to bring them in. And we're quite successful at that. If he's willing to work hard and understand that this is This is a commitment that you have to make. There has to be someone that answers that response when they get it. If it can't be them, it should be someone that in their office that can do that. Then I think it's an excellent program. And I think that it's probably one of the best out there. The problem is that how to get clients. And the world is now advertising. And that's how it is. You better recognize it if that's what you're going to talk to a young lawyer about, or a lawyer that's thinking about this. We have found that the best way to bring them in is to reach out and reach to them. Your program seems to bring them in. And I would suggest, if you're serious about personal injury and workers' comp as we are, you got to join Lynch or somebody that does the same thing. But we found Lynch to be the best. You help get cases. My favorite saying is Clarence Darrow would be a bum if he didn't have a file. And this provides us files. And we try to make the most out of them.